Yeah, what's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to Crown TV Courts, brought to you by Crown TV, of course. I go by the name of Prince. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and also thank y'all for the support as always. Now, we got a couple quick updates and also some sprinkled in commentary. We want to change the dynamic a little bit, make it a little bit more engaging, and I want to remind y'all also that we are bringing back the call-in show. So if you want to call in and you want to get your commentary off, your opinions off, you can do so later this week when we bring back the call-in show. Now, starting with Dark Low, the last time we talked about Dark Low, we told y'all that the government was asking for an 8.5-year sentence in this case. In case you've been living under a rock, Dark Low was sentenced to 90 months, which is equivalent to 7.5 years, and that comes with a 1-year post-supervised release after he finishes his jail time. Now, according to court documents, he is scheduled to self-surrender next month on the 30th. That's September 30th, 2021. Now, real quick, I want to talk about a lot of the rumors and things that have been going around because this post-arrest statement that Dark Low made was brought to light on this channel. So we want to make sure that everybody understands that this is a non-cooperation plea agreement. That means that Dark Low did not enter into any agreement with the government to help prosecute anyone. And the conversation that's being had about the post-arrest statement is a separate conversation based on how you feel about post-arrest statements and whether or not somebody should have any conversation at all for law enforcement. This has nothing to do with whether or not Dark Low entered into an agreement with the government to help prosecute people. And also because we hear the rumblings, there is nothing to suggest in this case that the gun charge that was thrown away for any reason other than standard practice in a plea agreement. The charges that you plead to stick, the rest get thrown away. That's just how these work. That's why it's called a plea deal. This happens in every single case that we cover. The reason why you don't hear about the charges that get thrown out is because we only focus on the convictions. So hopefully that's cleared up, at least from our perspective, as to what we are actually saying. Moving on to YGG Tay, if you are out in Baltimore, currently the trial for YGG Tay is underway. If you are not in any danger of being wrapped up in this, maybe you want to go out and show some support. We are not in Baltimore, so we don't have like live coverage, but we are waiting for the transcripts, and as soon as we get them, we will present them to y'all either by way of from the records room like we do the other cases, or just by updates, depending on what the information is and who takes the stand. Now, last time we spoke about 42 Dugg, we told y'all he was about to take a plea agreement. He has now officially taken that plea agreement and is facing a maximum of 10 years in prison. Now, the good news is that there is no mandatory minimum on this charge, so for all we know, he could walk with federal probation. We don't know what his criminal history is yet or what guidelines he falls under. We will keep y'all up to date with the recommendations from the government and also his lawyers as we get them. Very quick, as it relates to Rollo, we've been getting a lot of questions about when he will be sentenced. Rollo actually does not have a sentencing date. His documents just say that his sentencing will be held sometime in the future. Now, Pooh Shiesty is currently in a battle over his discovery in this case and what he is being allowed to see at this point. Now, as some of you may know, in these federal cases, they have what is called a protective order. What this document does is once the defense agrees to it, it protects all of the information that is contained within that discovery. So once this is signed off on, the defense, once they get this discovery, they are not allowed to take it anywhere or speak about it to anyone. This is obviously sensitive information contained in this discovery. It contains all of the evidence, all of the names of the witnesses who might take the stand or who have provided information. Now, for one reason or another, Pooh Shiesty and his lawyers are refusing to sign this document, and they still want the information to be provided to them. Now, the prosecution's argument is that there are other witnesses in this case besides the two victims that they don't want their information to be public. The two victims in this case have already made their own names public by way of a lawsuit that they have now filed against Pooh Shiesty. This is a civil lawsuit handled in a different court. Those are the updates for now. I will be back with y'all very soon, I promise. And make sure y'all keep an eye out for the live show. I will try to post something and let y'all know when exactly it is coming so everybody could tune in. Thank y'all for tuning in to Crown TV Courts. Make sure y'all keep up with the website, CrownTVNews.com. Follow us on Instagram at CrownTVOfficial. We everywhere. Thank y'all for y'all support. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Why is there so much violence in the world? Why is there so much black on black crime and violent, tragic police brutality of black people?
Peace. Divine Lord Say Kim, present to you Children of the Stars. Children of the Stars seek to motivate and inspire us to rise to a higher level of consciousness that'll take us beyond the stars so we can be the greatest that we could possibly be. Peace.
Man was made in the image of God with a divine nature. But the theory of evolution wrongfully and incorrectly teaches that man is descended from animals. In order to stop this crime and violence plaguing our communities and the world, man and woman must refuse to see themselves as animals, but realize their divinity and strive to experience the spirit of God within to rise above the animal instincts, causing madness of this world. Children of the Stars takes our minds through the science of spiritual transformation and the secret knowledge of the ancients, which will raise us from new millennium savages to supreme beings of a new world.